Hey there, today I'm testing some gouache from ARTEZA. So I still don't know whether it's called ARTEZA or ARTEZA, but they wanted to send me some products and I told them that I would do that and test out their products, but I'd be brutally honest. So this is the gouache, and they have some stuff written on there like light fastness and things. But I heard that the pigments used in the gouache are not really light fast because of the pigments. So this information I heard is basically useless. So I don't know whether that's true or not, but because I don't know a lot about pigments, but I personally wouldn't use this gouache for finished pieces that I want to sell or for anything that I want to hang up the wall, to be honest. And they sent me this huge pack of 60 colors, and I was like, do I really need that many colors? And then I was like, oh, yes, I do. And first of all, I had to swatch all the colors because, as you can see here, the colors absolutely do not match the packaging. So that's one of my biggest issues with the product, to be honest, the packaging. I also got some acrylic paint from them, and I've had the same issue there. And also the sap green here, it's not a sap green. I've seen a lot of sap greens from different brands, and it all looks kind of the same every time, but this sap green looks totally different. And here you can see that it's kind of hard to get an even flat lay of the color, but I'm not sure whether that's the product's fault or my fault because I can't get a flat even lay down with Winsor & Newton designer squash either. But on the other hand, I heard that Winsor & Newton designer squash is not the best product either. So I'm gonna test more and more paints and see if I can find anything that really gives you this squash like flat lay where you can't see the strokes that you made. And you can see it here. Um, it's it's basically impossible to get down a flat lay of the colors. So if you do really detailed work like I did here, I painted some landscapes, and this one is from Avatar because it's so beautiful and I wanted to paint that. If you do something as detailed as that, it doesn't really matter too much if you get a lot of texture with the paint because you can't see it that much in the end. So if you do things like that, yeah, I do recommend the paint, to be honest, because it's really, really inexpensive. It's super affordable. You can buy smaller sets, bigger sets, just try them out. I don't think that you can buy them individually, the individual tubes. I think that would be awesome because then you could look for the colors that you want and just buy those. But yeah, you can buy this huge set if you want to and get a lot of colors, and it's super affordable. And maybe that's really cool in the beginning, and then you will find out what kind of colors you really like, and then you can buy those from more expensive brands. So this is not really a high-end product because it's also super transparent when you do layers. When you do a light layer on top of a darker one, you need a few layers if you want to get fully opaque colors. So you have to keep that in mind. But I found that the thing that they are so inexpensive, really opens up my creativity because I don't feel like I'm wasting such an expensive product. I'm not so precious about it. I'm always precious about gouache, but this time I could let myself go more and just have fun with it and experiment with it and try out a lot of different colors and not really think about it. And I already started a piece with the acrylic paint that I got as well, and I had the same experience there. Of course, I didn't buy those myself. They gifted them to me. They sent me those to test and to review. So I didn't pay anything for them, but I think even if I would have bought them, I wouldn't be so precious with them because they are so affordable. So to be honest, I think that they are worth their price just because the price isn't so high. So they're not bad, but they're not fantastic either. So that's what I heard from a lot of YouTubers, and I can confirm that. So it's you can't really go wrong with it, but it's not the best product ever either. So that's just my brutally honest opinion about them. I had a lot of fun working with them, so I had a really nice experience. I think that the consistency of the paint is really awesome. It's easy to work with when it comes to the consistency. It's not really thick or too thin. It feels really nice to work with it. So there's that. And it dries like wash is supposed to dry. It's not really glossy or anything. It's matte and it's beautiful. And I think that the paint, sometimes with gouache, you have that the light tones dry darker and the dark tones dry lighter. So that's a thing that you have with gouache, even if it's super expensive. You will probably get that. And I think that this wasn't too bad with this paint. I think that it didn't dry super light or super dark. There were no surprises when it came to that. So it's not that hard to work with it. So you can go for it if you are a beginner. And I'm always an advocate for buying less things and more quality, to be honest. So if you want to buy super high end gouache, then go for it and just buy a smaller set and do that. But if you want to experiment around, just have fun with no pressure whatsoever, then this is probably the right thing for you. I'm gonna put some links down in the description box below if you wanna check it out, but no pressure there. So, this was my super honest opinion about those. I'm gonna keep using them because I had a lot of fun with them. I hope you have a nice week, and until next time, goodbye.